मिशन चढ़ती कला। और मैं भारत के हर नागरिक को, उद्योगपति को, चैरिटेबल ट्रस्टों को, कलाकारों को, पूरी दुनिया में बसते पंजाबियों को, बहन भाइयों को दिल से अपील करता हूँ, आओ पंजाब को दोबारा अपने पाँव पे खड़े करने का टाइम आ गया है। पुनर्वास में और रिस्ट्रक्चर में पंजाब का साथ दीजिए। मैं वचन देता हूँ, जो भी आप मेहनत की कमाई से 1 रुपया भी अगर निकालोगे तो 1.25 रुपया बना के हम पारदर्शिता और ईमानदारी से इस्तेमाल करेंगे। और जानकारी चाहिए तो rangla.punjab.gov.in ये वेबसाइट पे जा सकते हैं, सब कुछ डिटेल मिल जाएगा। आओ मिलकर हाथ से हाथ जोड़ के एक ऐसा पुण्य उसमें योगदान डालें और बता दें दुनिया को कि पंजाब किसी भी संकट के सामने हारता नहीं है।
Welcome back, viewers. You're watching the Savera and I'm Shefali. Madagascar is witnessing one of its most turbulent moments in recent years as President Andry Rajoelina announced yesterday that he would dissolve his government following a wave of youth-driven demonstrations against worsening living conditions. The protest, led largely by Generation Z, has been raging since last week under the slogan, "We want to live, not survive," drawing thousands to the streets in Antigua and other cities. The immediate trigger has been the long-standing shortages of electricity and water, but the rally quickly swelled into broader demands for accountability, with many calling for the president himself to resign. Despite the government's attempt to contain the unrest, the scale of the demonstration and the democratic behind them, youth diagonalized by years of neglect, appear to have shaken the political establishment. International concerns have been mounting as reports of casualties account to emerge. According to the United Nations, at least 22 people have lost their lives and more than 100 others have been injured since the unrest began, with accounts of excessive force being used by security personnel. UN Human Rights Chief Volker Turk expressed calm alarm over the violent crackdown, citing evidence of arbitrary detentions, beating, rubber bullets and even live immunization being used against demonstrators. He urged Madagascar authorities to end the disappropriate use of force and to release detained protesters immediately. The government, however, has disputed these figures, claiming that the UN's data is based on rumors or misinformation. Officials also argued that the sum of the violence and looting reported in recent days were carried out not by demonstrators but by unaffiliated groups seeking to exploit the unrest. Local media suggested that the homes of legislators were attacked, though activists insist these acts were staged to discredit their movement. President Rajoelina, while acknowledging the anger and frustration of citizens, pointed to failures within his cabinet as part of the problem. He recently dismissed the energy minister, but protesters say that it was insufficient in his televised address. He apologized for the government's shortcoming, confirmed that the Prime Minister and all ministers had been dismissed, and announced that applications for a new Prime Minister would be accepted within 3 days. Current ministers, he added, would continue in an interim capacity until a new government was formed. Even as he extended an olive branch by expressing willingness to open dialogue with young people, the unrest has underscored deeper frustrations into Madagascar, where repeated political upheaval since independence in 1960 have bred instability. Many observers view the current crisis as the most serious challenge to Rajoelina's authority since he secured a third presidential term in 2023. The protest, which began peacefully, has now spread to at least 8 cities, forcing authorities to impose dusk to dawn curfews in the capital. The mood on the street remains tense, and the situation carries echoes of mass uprisings of 2009 that once capitulated Rajoelina himself into power. That's all for now in this update. Stay tuned to the Savera, download the app and follow us on various social media platforms.